Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining us again this week for the concierge program. It's the top of the hour, and we're going to get going today and talk about what are we doing today? We're doing the ultimate open house flyer. The ultimate open house flyer. We're sending our secret sauce out over the airwaves for you to be able to recreate the ultimate open house flyer that we support our originators here with. So um, before we get into that, I'm going to be a good Mid America Mortgage employee and let everyone know that Mid America is a nationwide industry heavyweight with a 72-year-old history who's been selling to Fannie since 1971. So, what does that mean? That means we have the trust we need to move forward quickly, and also the ability to avoid a lot of the investor overlays that are plaguing folks today. And we boast nearly all mortgage products available on the open market. So, another thing worth mentioning is our Mid America technology, both in the proprietary systems we run on the operations side and the tech forward development of our partner systems here in our marketing. Each of these products is hand carved with the employee or the partner in mind and tailored to their market. So the best of that is supported in the Mid America Concierge campaign, and we're going to jump right into today's program. So, to do the ultimate open house flyer in our property marketing series, you're going to need a few things. So, you're going to need an agent marketing login. You're going to need an OSI Express login. You're going to need to bring up your QRstuff.com page. So, this is a free one. And then, depending on how the agent has delivered the property to you, in this case, for the example, we just got the address. We didn't have any original photos. This is an agent who's doing the listing for another agent or on behalf of another agent. So all we have is an address. So just go ahead and Google the address. I like Redfin, but really any of the major property listing providers will work there. And then Photoshop. So you want to get your Photoshop, and there's subscriptions. If you don't have Photoshop yet, go to Adobe and check out some of the subscriptions that they have available. But we have some templates here at MAM. So I just picked an open house flyer for front and back. This is our MAM finance option, and of course this is just a regular general open house flyer for the agent. So let's get going. I'm going to log in as the agent in our agent marketing and try to pull the property through. So normally when it's the agent's listing, it's going to pull through automatically and create our property marketing. But in this case, we're going to have to pull through by the MLS and do a manual because this is another agent's listing. So let's paste the MLS. Oh, property not found. So in the case that the property is not found in there, we're unfortunately left with having to do this from scratch, which is okay. So this works a lot better on a double monitor, but we're going to go ahead and just put the price in, $425, the MLS number. Okay, and proceed. So this is going to be a manual input, unfortunately, but this is the worst or the most time-consuming of the scenarios. Most of the time, you'll be able to just walk this right through automatically through an import. And so, generally for the titles of the site, you can put beautiful three bedroom, two bath in Rocklin, California. Will work as a title. Copy paste the description in there, and this is going to kick off our property. So, lots of choices in the type of theme for the property. I like the number 6, and I'll generally pick the neighborhood. There's a contemporary look to it. Seems pretty clean, and most folks are happy with the end result. You can pick a number of domains, so it's going to be the street name and domain. Of course, we don't have the properties to import directly from the MLS because it didn't recognize the property, so we're going to have to manually add these. And I've already downloaded a few ahead of time, so I'm just going to go ahead and import those through. And normally you'll have 30 or so to import, but just trying to do a quick example. Okay. So real quick, I'm just going to hop in and pick some music. And I could work my way through that whole entire checklist, and I could work my way through a number of property options like having a spokesperson or embedding some additional pages, maybe a pre-approval or a pre-qualification page. Parkview is taken, so we're going to take Parkview Lane, and that becomes our text code. So I went in, I changed our text code, and we're pretty much done. So to activate the property, you just go through the buy progression, and we're going to do that right now, and hopefully it speeds on through. So it's going to say, do you want the virtual tour link? Do you want a significant domain name or a specific domain name? Do you want to order any sign writers? We have lots of choices for sign writers just within the system. Do you want water bottle labels? Do you want any photography services? We actually have business cards that are dedicated to the property. Just listed, just sold cards, door hangers, any of that. No, we don't want any of that. We just want the digital package because we're going to follow up with our own print marketing. And although we used the text element, we used the QR code element for the property website that's generated in our print, we like to do our own co-branding. So now that my agent marketing property has been uploaded and it's visible, here's where I can find all the links. This little chain link will take me to all the links. So I want to see the full property website. Here it is. Nicely done. And I might need that information for later. So now I'm going to move to OSI, and I've already logged it. Excuse me. I've already logged in as our originator that's partnering, and hopefully you've already taken a peek at our OSI tutorials. But this is one of the easiest options to create a financing options flyer, and you can use OSI directly, or you can do our ultimate open house flyer and use our Photoshop templates that we have available to you. So although you need Photoshop to edit them, it's a pretty nice enhancement. Okay, we pick our referral partner at the bottom. I'm going to edit some loan options here. We have our FHA, we have our VA. Let's do a 20% down. 20% down conforming. We like that option. And then we want to do a 10% down with MI maybe. Like that. And lastly, I'm going to do an 80-10-10 as a financing option. Okay, so for our ultimate open house flyer, this is as far as we need to go. Now, if you were going to be using OSI to generate the flyer, you drop in your photos, cut and paste the description. You could even put your single property website, maybe domain up here, and then just print preview. So what we're going to do instead is just take the element of the financing options chart, and sometimes if we need to, we can drop the co-branding in there instead, and we're going to take that over into Photoshop. So now that we have our OSI flyer, we have our agent marketing digital services all set up. Now we can finish our flyer templates, and the flyer templates are pretty easy. You just change some text around and cut and paste. So this is kind of the hardest portion of it. I'm going to cut and paste my financing options. Oops, where's my finance flyer? Boom, and put it right in there. And just size it properly. So you'll notice that my template already has some of the other elements on there from the campaign, such as our QR code to the originator's website for a pre-qualification. And all we have to do is change the address, change the change the text code, and change the domain name. Okay, drop in the domain name. Parkview Lane dot is now for sale. Is now for sale. All right. And we're done. We're done with our financing option flyer. So we got the QR code going to the pre-approval site. I'm going to make this a high resolution image and save it to my file. Under my agent. And now move to our other one. So the first thing that I'm going to do for our back side or our front side, depending on how you want it to look at it, is create a QR code by copying the single property website into, remember, our qrstuff.com website, which is a free one. And this one just will generate our QR code for scanning to direct it to our single property website. So we're going to go ahead and cut and paste that, plop it right down into our flyer. And bring in 4 photos of the property. Oops. Where am I? Parkview. There you are. Okay, so these were just the web quality flyers, but or I'm sorry, pictures, but not too bad. So usually I'll just crop out the watermark, but with the MLS. So in this case, it's MetroList. Sometimes it says MLS. Sometimes it's CrispNet. Wherever you are in the country. And we're just going to drop the flyer or the photos right on top of our situation over here. Uno. Okay, now we're going to go get the description again and replace it, of course. And it looks like we have a little bit of room. If we wanted to, we could probably drop in a little thing there. And just raise this whole thing up. Okay, so now we are set with our other flyer for the backside. Save it as a high-res image, and off we go to the printer. So hope you enjoyed.